Kolbrin Bible, Book 6, Book of Morals and Precepts. Chapter 29, Cheerfulness. Much of the book is to develop your moral code. Avoid using it to judge others. NPR 2912. In the midst of affliction and sorrow, the things which once filled the heart with gladness do not all depart. Why, then, should these be offered as a sacrifice at the altar of sadness? Is this not exalting sadness far above its station? Is not such a sacrifice futile and unproductive of good? NPR 2913. Never do worry and sadness ease the burden of sorrow or alter the force of circumstances. It is cheerfulness, patience, and fortitude that lighten the burden and soften the blow. NPR 2914. Like the miser with his hoarded gold, the sad man hugs his misery in solitude. He cannot bear to let it depart from him. It has filled his life. He has no friends. All have fled and left him to the enjoyment of his own precious sorrow. NPR 2915. Sadness is not the child of thought. It knows no reason. It rejects the hand of friendship and the touch of compassion. It seeks only the company of those who will commiserate with its misery. The cause is not important, for sadness is the end in itself. Remove the cause, and sadness remains. Sadness is a state within, not the result of external circumstances. NPR 2918. Accept cheerfully that which cannot be altered by sadness. Thus, its burden will be lightened. The sun shines brighter for the cheerful man. NPR 2919. Only one sorrow is truly worthy of sympathy. Only one sorrow deeply stirs the heart. Only one sorrow is magnificent in its depth, and only one sorrow is really genuine. That is the sorrow of the cheerful heart. NPR 2922. The law is unchangeable and unchallengeable, and none but a fool rants against that which cannot be altered. Man will never find contentment until he learns to accept the law as it has been established. It governs the whole earth and his life. To live in harmony with it is to live in peace. NPR 2923. If in your weakness and waywardness you find the burden of the law intolerable, all your lamentations and wailing will not ease the load. It will do nothing but add to your distress. The law concedes nothing to the weakness of man. NPR 2924. The nature of man is such that it accords with the law, and therefore it is unnatural to rebel against it. Thus man can achieve nothing. He achieves nothing except the stirring up of strife within himself. Is it not better to live in peace with the natural state of affairs than to tear yourself asunder by futile rebellion? NPR 2925. It is not in your nature to suffer the blows of misfortune without being hurt, but it is within your nature and your duty to stand up to them like a man. We shape our reality. Have you ever been hurt by another, and whenever you talk to them, your focus is on making them feel worse? Either to make sure they will not do it to others, or just to get some sort of revenge, assuming they have empathy for you. Which, by the way, they do not. Having done it, did you feel worse or better after that? Often your day was great before you talked, then after spending the whole time emphasizing the worst things that have ever happened to you through the entire time you've known them, you get off the phone and you're hopeless. So, in truth, you had no effect on them beyond make them less willing to deal with you and more convinced you were the problem while keeping yourself in sadness and despair. I think a good definition of revenge is a dish best served cold. It should be the realization the person that hurt you did not care enough about you in the first place, so you can hurt them. You can rebuild your life and be assured someday Either they will envy you, or likely will face a person that does to them what they did to you. Then watch as they get angry and vengeful without ever realizing they are living what they put you through.